Oh, for fuck's sakes. Right, there we go. Fucking idiot. Big up, everybody that's locked in. We're back. Welcome to another live stream. Welcome to another video. Oh, shit, Ryan's in it. Hey, Ryan, if you want the link later on, give me a shout. I'll send it over to you. It's Liverpool v Chelsea, so we might as well. Big up, everybody that's in here, though. Hit the like button, subscribe. We're here to talk about the Battle of Mid tomorrow. Liverpool versus Chelsea. It's going to be like watching two homeless people fight over a loaf of bread, but we look forward to it. Nims, the camera ain't blurry. This webcam is just dog shit, but we're getting a new one. It's taking a minute to arrive. But it will be here sooner or later. I don't know. But yeah, we're going to delve into the mid-off, or El Shitico, as Gavman's saying. Big up yourself. We're also going to be talking transfers. We're going to be getting the latest on Caicedo. Looks like either the deal's going to be off or we might have to pay 75 million. There's varying sources saying varying different things, but we're going to get into that. We're going to be talking Kai Havertz and Bayern Munich links. And it would be such a shame to see him go without realizing his potential. Psych! Get that dickhead out of it! But we're going to get into that too. What else are we going to talk about? Bissouma. We inquired for Bissouma, and we tried to send Ziyech the other way. That would have been very interesting, especially if Ziyech agreed to that, but I wouldn't be too surprised if he did. We'll talk about Vlahovic for a little bit. We're starting to get links to him too. And yeah, I think that's it. Other than that, Madueke has signed until 2031. He won't be playing tomorrow. The announcement might be tomorrow, but today is the medicals and the paperwork, and then probably just little pictures and everything. And I expect them to reveal this either before the Liverpool game or during, like we did with Mudryk. But yeah, we'll delve into all of that. We got over 200 of you lot in here, though. Hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, all of that. And yeah, let's see what everybody's saying. Let's see what everyone's saying. I'll scroll back up to the top. But yeah, hit the like button, subscribe as well. We are under 200 subs away from 30k. And you know how long we've been waiting to get to that. So guys, hit the subscribe button. We are at 29,836. I want us to get to 30k by the end of the week. So guys, hit the subscribe button. Also super chat if you guys want to. Helps the channel out a little bit and all that. But yeah, big up everyone. Let's see what everybody's saying in the comments. Jacob says, any player whose shirt number has a 9 on it does not need to start versus Liverpool, please. I thought you just meant Aubameyang out. And I was going to say, you're getting your wish. He probably ain't starting. But you mean Mount, you mean Havertz. I just deeped it. That's a very, very smart quote. Big up yourself. But I'm afraid I got some bad news. Bad news Barrett settings and all of that. Yeah, you're not going to get your wish, my friends. Big up Kushal. Yeah, I was meant to be going live at 2:30, but Jem was still live, so thought I'd leave him, let him finish off his stuff, and then we'll be live. But we're here. Better late than never. You guys already know lateness is greatness and all that. Shout out Matisse. Jaden Sancho says, I've had enough of Havertz. Well, we'll see what happens tomorrow, innit? He is coming off a goal, so you never know. Might have 2 in 2. I wouldn't put money on it, but we'll see. We'll see. We once pulled up to Newcastle with Mount Brojo. Bro, we pulled up to fucking City away with Havertz, Mount, and Gallagher. I don't know which one's worse, personally. But, yeah, we've had some very, very questionable front threes. Big up people. If you can't pronounce Madueke, I hope I pronounced that well. Say Nonny made in UK. Hey, that's smart. That's smart. That's a smart one. Wayne, big up yourself, my guy. Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope you're doing well. For Kai to leave, no less than 50 million plus add-ons. What was the quotes we had on Havertz? Let me get to that. We might as well start there. Start with the good news. Bayern Munich are watching Kai Havertz's situation at Chelsea very closely, and a move could happen in the summer for 35 to 52 million pounds. This is said by Pletigol. This has been around since the summer. I don't know if you guys remember me talking about this during the summer transfer content, but Simon Phillips said Bayern Munich spoke to Chelsea about Havertz, and they were likely coming back in for him again this summer. So I'm not too surprised to be reading this. I did say this season was meant to be make or break, and if not, if Bayern comes in for him, let him go. In my opinion, let him go. A lot of people are saying 50 million minimum. I think they're looking too much at the 72 million that we paid for him. Personally, from when we signed him, he was being touted as a generational talent. Now it's 3 years down the line, and you can make all the excuses that you want. He hasn't played near enough to the level that he was hyped at, and I think his price tag has gone down as a result. If we could get 50 million for him, send him away immediately. But for me personally, if you could get 35, 40, bye. And I know people are going to disagree with me on that, but he's been shit for like 2.5 seasons. What are we holding on to? What? Potential. Oh, he's going to be so much better at Bayern Munich, and then we're going to wonder why we let him go. No, it'll be obvious why. We sent him to the fucking Bundesliga, and we sent him to the best team in the Bundesliga. Let's not start hoarding Deadwood. Let's not start doing it. Yeah, it was nice him scoring at Porto and against Palmeiras and all of that, but that's not consistency. World class is consistency. He has never shown that to us. It's not like a De Bruyne situation. It's not like a Salah situation. De Bruyne had under 5 starts for Chelsea before we sold him. De Bruyne just didn't get given a fair chance. Havertz has had 2.5 seasons in numerous positions, and he stunk out the pitch in nearly all of them. So why would we hold on to him? Unless he does a madness between now and the end of the season. And by the way, for everyone making the excuses that, oh, we need to surround him with good players, well, we're going to be doing that now, aren't we? Unless he has a massive turnaround, accept the first offer and just move on. Use that money, get Felix, an actual quality player, and we can build the team in a much better light. We don't need to keep him. If he balls out over the next few months, then maybe we can have a discussion. But from everything I've seen up to this point, let him go. Let him go. Whatever the offer is, as long as it's not a BS offer, just fuck him off, really. But we'll see what everyone's saying, because I know this is going to be a very big talking point. Also, don't forget to check out Jerseys FC down in the description below for all your best high-quality football shirts. Use the code CarefreeLewisG for 20% off. Henrik Jensen says, can't lie, I'll be sad to see Havertz leave, but there's nothing to do about it. Speak for yourself, my friend. But I understand. I understand. Need to see a Bajcetic, Keita, Thiago. You will have Thiago, Henderson, and fucking Fabinho, and you will like it, bruv. You will like it. Big up Deals. Big up Jamie Phillips. My guys, hope you're all good. Big up Taha. Saying big up Lewis. I said, I might not read that one. El Shitako, you're damn right. Big up Galib. Let's start the Oktoberfest. You already know, bro. This is the pre-show. When we get that here we go, that's when we're really going to start celebrating, my friend. And I've got plans. I've got plans for the celebration stream. Will there be a midfield race of Thiago versus Jorginho? Who wins that foot race? I'm not too sure, but I'm going to put my money on the only player of the year in Chelsea history. Big up my guy, Jorginho. Up the Chelsea. Let me see. Caicedo waiting to get... I'll get into Caicedo in a little set. Juventus and Chelsea are reportedly considering the prospect of a straight swap between Vlahovic and Havertz. Where did you read this? Don't even gas me like that. Where did you read that? I was a bit shocked, but I really wasn't, bro. It fits him like a glove. Muller 2.0. Go there, ball out, and do your thing. I won't have any bad energy for you once you leave. But right now, Deadwood. Get out. Simple as. Yeah, I do need to have a little shave. Lewis, would you let Sterling leave? With Pulisic, Mudryk, Madueke, and Amari, I would personally. No, I think Sterling's good competition, personally. And I don't think Sterling would want to leave at this point either. He's on good wages. He's got a long contract. He's got no reason to go anywhere. He's back in London, his hometown. So, yeah, I wouldn't expect him to go anywhere. I wouldn't. Big up Remus. I'll say Remus. Big up yourself. Levi Colwill out for 6 weeks. It ain't easy. Yeah, it is what it is. Xavi, I'll send the link out in a little sec. Yeah, come on, man. I ain't gonna steal Gem's viewers like that. I don't even mean steal that in a bad way. I just mean when you stream at the same time, it's just both streamers lose viewers. So what's the point? What's the point? Man said using Skype camera. Allow me. My webcam's coming. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Big up yourself, though. Big up, my guy. You can tell these rivals are shook because they're screaming for FFP and saying we have no plan. Exactly. This whole, we got no plan, we've got no strategy. It's a load of waffle. It's just because we have to fix everywhere around the squad, but that doesn't mean we have no plan. Oh, we have no right wingers or quality right wingers. Look, we have signed the right winger in Madueke. Oh, we have no creators. Look, we have signed João Felix, a creator. We have no 1v1 dribblers. Oh, look, we've signed Mudryk. Our centre-back's been poor in Koulibaly. Look, we've just signed a left-footed one in Badiashile. We need a midfielder. We're looking for midfielders. But, hey, we ain't got a plan. We ain't got a plan. We're just playing darts and just putting a transfer on whoever our darts hit. It's a load of waffle. Load of waffle. Dyke says 35. I think 35 mil is a great fee. I think that's a great fee. But we move. We move. 2 years left on his deal, underperforming. I mean, you could potentially get more. It is Germany. It is meant to be a German wonder kid. Maybe you could get a bit more. Me personally, I'm just trying to get rid. It's the first available buyer. But you could get a bit more. Maybe you could. Depends how he plays from now till the end of the season. Raise your transfer value, my guy. Raise your transfer value. No, 35 mil is a joke price. He will bang it out. No, he won't. We know what Kai's about. He don't even turn up in the first half of seasons. Come on, man. That guy ain't going to wake up till January. What else? Lewis Havertz is 23 years old, man. Come on, still has time. So the price of 50 plus add-ons is good. I mean, that would be the best one for us. Obviously, it'd be more money, but I'm not hearing the age argument. He's been here for 3 years and he's been shite. So I don't know. Vivel's like Vivel likes Manu Kone, so why aren't we going after him? I don't care. Need to do my research on him before I come into that. If we sell in this window, I don't know. I don't think anyone's really going to go except Ziyech, maybe. I don't think, and even Ziyech, because of our injuries, I think is unlikely. I think you see most of the outgoings happen in the summer. I don't think anyone really leaves now. Too much injuries. Too much injuries. Harrison, it's coming, my guy. It's coming. Man said oozes in class. Where? Show me consistency. Ooze in that. That would be nice. I get it. Zhao was brilliant, but one good performance and we're twerking. To be fair, you are right. It is just one performance and we need to see more. But we're in the trenches, bruv. I haven't seen an individual performance like that in the Premier League since... From an attacker. I don't know. It's been that long. That's probably why I'm gassing it so much, because our attack is so shit. But yeah, you do have a fair point. We do need to see how it performs over the next few weeks. Well, after the suspension. Same thing with Kai. So that's a fair point. That's a fair point. Man said he'd let him go for a pair of Nikes. That is mad. That is mad. What else? Stop acting emotional, and yet you're the same guy you want. Potter's been here for a couple months. Havertz has been here for 2.5 seasons. There is no correlation. Zero correlation. What else? We wake up and stress about Havertz every day when the kid's been shifted over numerous positions. Hasn't had a run of games as a 10 and has had even... Look at all these excuses, bruv. Yeah, he's been shifted over numerous positions because he can't hold one of them down. Maybe that's why. Maybe if he was good and consistent enough in one position, he would hold it down. But no, we go from saying, oh, he's a 10 one month, to saying he's a 9 the next month, to saying he's a 10 the month after that. Because he don't play well in any of those positions. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Man said Chelsea identity. You will take the let Havertz go by the end of the season. They said this to me at the start of the season. I'm still waiting. They said this to me at the end of last season. Just wait till next season. He's going to put you in the mud, son. And then he didn't. Then it was, oh, wait till the World Cup when he's with Germany. And then he's going to put you in the mud, son, when they play him in his natural position. Then they played him as a 9 and he got benched after the first game. Now it's, oh, second half of the season. He's going to put you in the mud, son. How long am I going to wait? Like Andrew always says, what am I going to do with the backlog of mud that I have to dish out? What am I going to do with that if we want to talk about mud and all of this waffle? Come on, man. Show me consistency and then talk. Until then, no. We're not doing this. What else? Pulisic's... Yeah, Pulisic's definitely going. All the sources were saying as soon as we got a winger, Pulisic would likely be on his way out. And now he's got too much competition on the right. He's got Mudryk, who's just locked down the left, or Sterling. It's looking long for Pulisic. He's probably leaving. Probably leaving, and it is what it is. It is what it is. Did you watch a bit of Maduka? Yeah, he looks like a very good 1v1 dribbler. Very physical. He's got a decent pass on him too. But I've only seen comps. That's always the best of the player. I can't really say too much until I see him within a 90-minute game. That's the best way to judge him. But he looks good. But comps do that. Comps do that. They make you look good. Bro, I see us going for Vlahovic last signing. If it's a loan, I understand that. But midfield first. Midfield, we need to get a midfielder before we look further forward anymore. But yeah, Vlahovic would be the perfect centerpiece to the attack. You got like Nkunku, Mudryk, Madeki, potentially Felix somewhere between that three as well. And then you got Vlahovic up top. And if anything, this is another reason why Kai's probably leaving. Look at the attack that we're building. Where does he fit? We're getting Nkunku in. We want to sign Felix. Mudryk is in. Maduke is in. We're looking for a number 9. Where is Kai fitting? Unless we're putting him in his natural position, which is the bench, by the way. He ain't starting. So he probably is leaving. Call it what it is. He's probably going. I'd say he loves that. That was fucking hilarious, bro. I will be locked into the first Minerals FC stream when he leaves. I can't wait. I cannot wait. You're talking crap. He'll go and play good for Bayern and all Chelsea fans will be shocked. How? When I know he'll play good for Bayern too. He just won't play well for us. You think if he goes to Bayern, I'm going to be like, oh, we should have kept him. No. I'll be like, shock. Bundesliga player goes and plays well in the Bundesliga. Imagine my shock on that. Exactly my thoughts, Artem. Exactly my thoughts. Unless he balls out at the end of the season, I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing it. Yeah, since Eden. No. Pulisic against Liverpool. That's it. 2020 lockdown Pulisic, bro. That's it. Big up Galib, man. You beat me to it. You beat me to it, bro. You're all talking about Kai playing now. Bro, he said he was a 9. Potter plays him as a 9. Tuchel's played him as a 9. Germany plays him as a 9. But he ain't a 9, apparently. The player is telling you that he plays as a 9, and you're telling him, no, that's not your natural position. You are an off the 10, roaming, moonwalking, gun-leaning, attacking midfielder who plays in between the half and mid spaces. Waffle, man. Come on, bruv. That's bad. That is bad. Let me see. I said, Lewis, please don't 2 voices. My bad, people. My bad. Anything else? Damn, so many. It's the Champions League final, isn't it? Everyone's like, oh, it's going to be sad to let him go. He's mid, but he's our mid. He's our shit player. Why are we talking about rebuilding the team and then you want to hoard Deadwood? What is wrong with you, man? Come on. Big up yourself, bro. Would you sell Mount to Liverpool? No, I don't know. I think he'd do well at Liverpool. That's the worst part. He actually do well there. What's up, Ram? Big up yourself. If you want the link as well for later, I'll send it over too, bro. Madueke. Is that how you pronounce it? Madueke. Shit, I ain't got a clue, man. I ain't got a clue. Yeah, we might be getting a DM on loan. We might be getting a DM. And Josh, I'll check my DMs as well. Give me a sec. Yes, I'm traveling to the game at 5:30 because I like putting myself through suffering. But it is what it is. Had the audacity to shush Chelsea. But yeah, he shushed the haters and then shushed himself for the next 5 games. It's all mad. Any other news that we have? Moise Caicedo. I'm hearing 2 different things on Caicedo. The Athletic says we have rejected a 55. We have had a 55 million pound bid rejected. Ornstein's also said the proposal was far below what Brighton would even consider, let alone accept. And they have no interest in letting him go anywhere this window. What else? Simon Phillips, though, is saying Brighton will let Caicedo go if their terms are met. They won't stop the player from leaving if he wants to go. They want 75 million. They're not sure if Chelsea will go back in, but they might try and make it up in bonuses. So it sounds like they don't want to sell him, but they do have a price that they will sell him at, and it's again around the 70 to 80 million pound mark. I could see Chelsea try and do what they did with Mudryk and try and do like 60 million in bonuses or something like that. But I don't know. With Matt Law also saying that Chelsea are looking for a DM on loan, I think we're starting to cool down on this. Apparently, we also went in for Bissouma. Spurs don't want to sell, even with Ziyech being involved in the deal potentially. And now we're looking at Kessie. Now, I'm not too sure about Kessie's injury record. Bissouma hasn't had the best of seasons at Tottenham, but he balled out for Brighton under Potter. And I remember he dominated our midfield both games that we played against him last season too. So I wouldn't be totally against Bissouma coming in. But Caicedo would be the first option for me too, because fuck Tottenham. Madueke. Oh, fuck it. There's so many different pronunciations. I can't be bothered. Can't be bothered. I said, yeah, we'll just call him Noni. We'll call him Noni. Fuck it. But yeah, Caicedo, we have to play that one by ear. I'm not too sure if that deal's over, but it looks like we're cooling off on him a little bit. That might be a summer transfer. But inspired that, we do still need to go for a midfielder. Maybe test Quadio Kone or test Lavia. Or if anything, we might be testing Brian's resolve anyway and unsettling the player a little bit. But we have to see. We have to see. Why would Spurs would never sell to us anyway. I think we're just testing the waters because it's not Roman and it's not Marina, and they might be more willing to negotiate with a new regime. But Levy hates us, so I don't expect that. Don't expect that. Kessie and Aubameyang loan swap makes sense. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. They want Aubameyang for free, not by losing a player. So that's just not going to happen. Balling out against There's. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Enzo Caicedo. Enzo every day ending in a Y, but I just don't think we go in for him. I don't think we do. It doesn't seem as realistic anymore, which is a shame, but it's whatever. Hey, Moyo, we'll go through the whole pronunciation when I send the link out. We'll go through that. Speaking of which, Josh had a DM for me. What was he saying? Yeah, that was it. The next player Chelsea are targeting is Dusan Vlahovic, according to Calcio Mercato. But where was this talk about Vlahovic and Havertz swap? I don't believe it, but I want to know who's reporting it. Vlahovic and Havertz. Let's have a look. No one said that. I don't know where they found that one from. But yeah, we could be potentially going in for Vlahovic next. That would be very interesting. Very, very interesting. Right. Let me send the link out to everybody because I need to take a call as well. Crap. Oh yeah, everyone's saying buy a right back. I get it. I get it. We do need to go for a right back. It looks like we're leaving that, and that's a bit worrying. But we have to see. We have to see. Who knows? We could instantly turn around and just get one. Why haven't you been? Hey, I don't know, innit? I don't know. Maybe we'll make our return this year. Maybe we will, but we will have to see. What's my Twitter handle? Same name, just Carefree Lewis G. Just Carefree Lewis G. Right, we're gonna send the link out, so we'll see where everyone is. While we're doing this, as always, hit the like button and all of that jazz. Yeah, that's everyone on in. So this thing's moving fast. Let's go. Calm. I think that's everybody. I think that is everybody. Perfect. Yes, Josh. What are you telling me, bro?
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
We're all good. We're all good. How you feeling about this Vlahovic news for a start? Do you think there's any truth to it? Potential loan fee, permanent? What are you saying?
Yeah, I think there seems to be a little bit of smoke there. I think he sort of fits the project too. He's still young, not a he feels like he's been around a little bit, so it feels like he's a little older than he is, but he's actually fairly young still. And I think they want a certain kind of striker. I don't know what else to say. Like I think they're giving Havertz his opportunities. He's been playing pretty much every week, so. If he doesn't, I think it's something that they're willing to do. I think they're going to try to give guys, a chance to show their ability, but they're more than willing to replace you, it seems like. So I think that's good. It's extra competition in the strikers in the forward position. And if Aubameyang leaves, which it's possible that he might now, then you need the numbers, and he seems like he'd be a good fit. So a loan with an option to me would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I'm completely down for it. That is the centerpiece to what could be our new attack. Just be surprised if we go for him this early, but I'm not going to make the complaint either. Really not going to make the complaint.
I don't think
he'll play in the Champions League.
I don't think Havertz is going. I think Havertz will be here next season. I think they see him as a facilitator in that. If you get all these skillful players, you need someone that link up with them. I know Havertz is not the best at the moment, but it's someone that can play with the guys that we signed, and I don't see him going. But for us, we need Bayern. We can't be selling players for cheap. We can't be. Look at the way people fleece us for their players. We can't be giving them. I know it's not the best now. We can't be selling him for £35 million. That's crazy. Minimum.
Yeah, maybe 35 might be a bit too low. But if they offer us 40, 50.
Yeah, 50. 50. Yeah, 50, I'll sell him. Yeah.
Yeah, 40, 50. 40, 50.
I'll buy him for myself.
Yeah.
You guys can hear me good?
Yeah, what are you saying?
Okay, no, it's good. Good to see you guys again, man. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute, my guy. I hope everything's been good.
Yeah,
everything's not been good at Chelsea, but hope everything's good with you, bro.
No, just
what are you saying about this Vlahovic and Havertz shit?
See, I'm just confused because I've been aware of obviously like the Vlahovic news isn't really new. Like we've heard about it, I think, a couple of months ago. But I think I'm just kind of confused about how we're going to fit all of these pieces in, And I think for me, it's less about Havertz, because I just think he's going to go in the summer. But it's more about Nkunku, because it's more of just like, if we're signing him next season and we're trying to sign Vlahovic permanently, Are they both? Like, I don't know. I have absolutely no clue. That's where my confusion lays.
Well, I don't
You
think
know.
they're signing Vlahovic permanently, right?
Oh, is that not the plan? So he's meant to be a loan signing.
I think it's a loan with an option, yeah. Which is fine because next year you still need numbers. If they sell Kai Havertz, and Kuku will be is one of the forwards, and then basically you have no one else. So Vlahovic and Kuku would be, I think, two great options at forward. They're two different kinds of profiles and both really good players. I think it'd be an upgrade at the starter's position and in the backup position.
The way we play, you will hate to have Nkunku as a centre forward because he's going to be isolated unless we change our approach and to become more possession.
Yeah, that's
because
my
the way
thing.
we see
I agree.
mid block, you have Nkunku isolated, running around. It's just not going to work. You need to play like Arsenal, like City. You have the ball all the time.
We'll be in a 4-2-3-1, I think, mostly next year. I think that's kind of the idea Potter's looking for, and that is a formation that can allow you to have possession of the ball quite a bit.
Yeah,
and it gives you plenty of space to have all those attackers. So I think that's probably where they'll be long term next season.
I actually don't know what type of attacker, what type of striker, particularly we need. I'm completely unaware. I don't know. I mean, I think it's safe to assume we're kind of just like lucky and we just scattergunning this and seeing what sticks. But I don't know. I'm enjoying watching Bowley cook. I guess that's the terminology people use nowadays.
More exciting than the transfer than on the pitch. That's for sure.
I mean, I would say Nkunku and Vlahovic are huge upgrades on Havertz and Aubameyang. Like if those two guys leave and those other two guys end up, well, one is coming in, but if the other one ends up coming in and staying, both those guys are big upgrades on the two guys that we have in those positions currently. So
someone in the comments said one that shoots and is accurate, which I guess is kind of true. But I just think that obviously with being a striker, there's more to it than that. It's what's it called? It's the build-up play. It's the build-up play, which was the sole reason I didn't want Aubameyang when we were linked with him. Is build-up play. I'm pretty sure Aubameyang's link-up play is on par with Lukaku's. So I think that's another thing that factors into play being a striker. So and if that's the angle we're looking at, if we're taking, is say we want a striker that can be involved in build-up play, then I think Nkunku is a good person to go with, but Vlahovic might not be, because Vlahovic is very much a penalty box striker. So
yeah, but there will be games that call for that, right? I mean, not every game calls for a striker that's going to drop deep, pick the ball up. Like I think ideally, like in Nkunku, Felix, those guys are sort of interchangeable if they're playing together. Like they can kind of play off of each other. And if you have a guy like Vlahovic, there'll be games where you need a physical striker. You'll need a presence in the box. He's a lethal finisher. I mean, I think he's proved that over his career so far.
Yeah, do you really think it's reasonable to have both Vlahovic and Nkunku gunning for the striker position? I don't think.
Why not? That's called healthy competition. And that's called a squad. Okay. That's called a squad. You need certain types of players. You can't just have three forwards that are all the exact same player, right? You gotta
we already have more than three. So, like, I think.
Yeah, but we won't in the summer. Like these guys will be gone. We're talking about ghosts, basically. So, like,
I know.
Look at City. City have Haaland and they have Alvarez, two completely different types of players, and they use them in completely different types of situations. So, I don't think it's a bad thing to have good players in one position. Multiple.
That's not the argument I'm making. It's more of just like the number, and also I think I'm okay with healthy competition, but I think when you're signing somebody, I think the incentive should be for you to come to the club so you can start, not come to the club so you can fight. Because he's already at a team where he's starting, even though they're performing badly. That's just kind of my thought process with it all. And also with the number of attackers that we've got, it's especially for the striker position, we still have Broja. We still have obviously Havertz may or may not leave. I think he should leave, and then Nkunku and then Vlahovic potentially.
Are we giving up on Felix?
That's another thing. I mean, I don't think there's any legs to the Felix thing.
I think if Felix really plays really well in this loan, I think we'll buy him. I can see us buying Felix if he plays really well. Like imagine if he's scoring.
Use the Havertz money for that.
Yeah,
I would love us to sign Felix permanently, but how much do you think we're gonna have to pay for that on top of it? You know what I mean? It's just
See, I wouldn't group the likes of Felix, Havertz, and these types, or Nkunku in the same categories of Vlahovic. Like I just think we're trying to get different profiles to fit the team. Obviously, not like
You guys hear me?
off
Yeah,
of
we can
the
hear you.
views, yeah. But I think like when you think about a player like Vlahovic and Nkunku, I wouldn't group them in the same category of where they're going to play in this team.
No,
So-
yeah, and Nkunku can play multiple positions. I'm aware of that. But also another thing is because like Josh made the point of we need different types of players, different styles of play. That's completely irrelevant if the manager we have can't work with a certain type of that sort of type of player. You know,
Well,
my impression. Hold on. My impression of Potter is he would like a relatively fluid attacker. That's just my. I'm aware of like Vlahovic obviously has better link up play than Aubameyang. I'm aware, but I don't really. I don't know. I just don't know what type. So when we're saying okay, cool, healthy competition, yes, but it also has to be to the benefit of the team. I don't think the idea is just be let's just get different attackers and see what works.
I agree. I don't really see us getting Vlahovic. I didn't hear about any links. I know that Lewis mentioned something earlier, but I haven't seen anything, and I really don't believe it until I see it. When you think about like what you said, I don't think he's gonna want a striker like that. When you think about Fofana, he is kind of a number 9, but he's not really an number. He's pretty versatile as well. He can play roles. When you think about
He's got version as well.
I mentioned that.
He's currently sitting on a training table with his knee in a wrap, so I wouldn't bank on him too much right now.
Who is?
Bro, yeah, but he's gonna come back, you know. And obviously
Hopefully.
he may come back. He may come back different. He may come back shattered. That's if buts and maybes. But
Boria was here before Potter.
we gave him a long contract because we invested in the player. So, and I actually think he's actually quite quality.
Big up,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, before his injury, he was very good. We'll see if he's the same kind of player.
Big up Artem saying, Lewis, I think you give Kai too much credit for his heading ability. Not even that good. He misses sitters all the time with his headers. His only consistent good qualities is well-timed runs into the box.
Okay.
Yeah, like I think his heading is
defensive headers.
decent. I don't think it's world class.
I think he
even Morata
defends
was
well
bad
on
at all.
corners. I think he defends headers well on corners. I mean, you can give him that.
Yeah, I mean, play him at centre back. He's good defensively.
Defenders.
Sure, he could ping a ball out of the back well, but that's
I
it.
think he scored with his head almost more consistently or more reliably than with his feet.
Well,
I don't-
that's
Which-
why
which
people
is the
say
red
that,
flag.
because most of his goals. Yeah, sorry, Mil.
Yeah, I was done. Go ahead.
No, yeah, I think that's why people assume like he's better with his head, because I think probably maybe even the majority of his goals have come from using his head, so it feels like that. But
Like,
I mean,
right? No.
yeah, it's not.
Bars in hell.
I'll be honest, he's just not good. He's just not good. Like just point blank period. He's not good.
Yeah,
I think he's a
good.
good. I think he's a good.
I think he's good too. Yeah.
I just don't think he's gonna fit here in the league and our team. Go back to Germany where everything is
That's the
perfect.
process, isn't it?
He can take his time. He has less pressure. He's that kind of player. I think he's a good, talented player, but I just don't think he has a mentality. There's things about Kai I've noticed. I feel like he's still very immature. If you remember, I don't know, maybe this is a little too harsh, but when he first joined, you guys ever noticed those videos in the locker
Changing
room?
room. Yeah, you're reading too much into it.
I don't know, but it just I feel like that goes hand in hand. When you score a goal and you shush the Chelsea fans,
Wait, what happened? What happened in the change room?
that's a mentality thing for me. And
I think you're reading too much into it.
Yeah, I think you are.
I just
because-
don't think
No,
I don't think
that's just the Chelsea fans with 0 GNA in
that's
7.
terrible
And
mentality.
had 0
I
GNA
mean-
in
I mean-
5.
No,
What happened?
Would you
Wasn't he
ever
running in a shed then? Last year was opposition fans, no?
Yo, big up, boys.
No, it was the Chelsea fans.
What's up,
It was
man?
Matthew Harding.
I mean, Mahrez shushed the Man City fans yesterday. So it's like
Mahrez turns up consistently.
Mahrez has been playing for
no, I know, but I'm just saying if you're saying shushing fans equals bad, well,
Shushing fans after 1 goal is bad.
there's context.
In fairness,
If he
probably
backed you, like,
shushing
4 or 5
haters.
games in a row.
Probably shushing more haters than fans, right? I mean,
no,
that's-
I'm aware. I'm just like
Sorry,
Just the camera then.
After
Man, when was that Matthew Harding just like,
yeah. Like, I mean, like, listen, football players are insecure. So as soon as you criticize them too harshly, they're not going to be like, yeah, you know what, guys, you're right. I'm playing quite bad. They're going to be like, well, I scored and you were up there, so fuck you. So like, I think I don't think that's an immature thing. I think that's just a footballer thing.
No,
You know?
I think it was immature then because he
100%.
sounds a lot more mature now. Like he scored against Bournemouth and he was saying, "No, I need more consistency. I need to do this again and again and again." It's like, cool. That's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear you shushing fans after one goal. Acknowledge that you haven't been good enough and you need to be more consistent. That is worth backing. It's just he ain't consistent at all.
Go on.
And I'll be honest, the most childish people in our team are probably Chilwell and Mount. I fucking hate seeing them doing weird shit on social media. Especially Chilwell. Like, brother, grow up. Like,
No, he's
please.
got much else to do. He's barely fit.
And also because he's exceptionally shit as well. So I'm like,
Relax.
you're the biggest muppet off the pitch, and then on the pitch, you play like a paraplegic dog. Like, I'm okay, sure, if that's what you want to do.
Chill,
You have a way with words, brother. Would you say this to him if he was there, or would you suck him off like people were sucking off Bodie when he was in the freaking space?
Nope.
I think you would.
I say as it is. I
think if you met Chilwell in person, you would ask him for a fucking autograph. You would ask him
No,
for and you wouldn't talk like this.
I've never.
You're saying a lot of like you're going way past football to a lot of like disrespect.
No, I mean, listen,
Fodder would definitely chase him to his
I
van.
know you wouldn't say that.
Daniel,
go ahead. I'm just saying, like,
What did
No,
Chilwell?
Daniel, again, this is another thing where you join the conversation halfway through and then you just make assumptions. We were talking about it. Hold on. We were talking about it. We were talking about Kai Havertz and how he seems immature. And I said, you know what? And I defended him. I was like, he's not. I don't think he's all that immature. I think if you want to talk about immature players, I said, i.e., Chilwell and Mount. That was what I said. You know.
Yeah, Lewis was talking about Kai Havertz on the pitch and him shushing fans. You're talking about his Instagram posts and shit like that. It's corny. That's corny.
I wasn't the only one that mentioned it, but okay.
You said Chilwell's immature?
Yeah, based on his Instagram, that's what he's talking about. Not what he does on the pitch or him.
That was the way of the conversation. Like,
he follows his Instagram and he thinks he's corny.
No, we were talking.
I wouldn't say Chilwell's immature at all. Really,
we were talking about like Kai's antics on the pitch with the shushing, and I was like, if we're talking about antics, I'm looking at this guy's antics on social media. It's not about social media or not; it's about antics. And either way, it's not. I don't know why you're trying to like pick a fight. It's really not that big a deal.
I'm not picking a fight. I just found it interesting you were talking with so much.
I mean,
it makes sense.
What? Because I said he is a paraplegic dog. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, that's a little. I mean, you talk. That's very. Like, I know you wouldn't say that to him in like person. I know you.
Would I call him a paraplegic dog? No, but I would say that I would probably. I don't know if I've had the conversation with him. I'd be like, bro, like you're probably not worth the 50 mil we paid for you because that was 100% my stance when we signed him.
No, you would not.
On everything I love. If I had the conversation, if I had the possibility, if I had the possibility to talk to Chelsea players, I would have so much to say. Because what are they going to do? Beat me up? No. So you know.
I mean, to be honest, you wouldn't say shit to them. They'll probably ask you about
out of fear of what? Like what was
you wouldn't say shit. It's like when people, if I go up to this guy, if I went up to this boxer, I'd knock him out. You wouldn't do shit.
No, but that's a boxer. I'm that's a boxer.
No, listen. When I saw the Potter thing, when he was walking to his car and fans were loving him, praising him, everything else. I heard certain. Listen, I heard.
Yeah, it was me. It was me. I
heard certain voices of people
my chest out.
Man, no one cares that you were there. That you were there, bro. My point is there was a lot of people I know. I've seen them in spaces. Potter out.
Yeah, they were there.
You was there.
They were there.
I've seen it with Boley too. Boley's an idiot. He's American. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Wait, who was Potter out that was there?
His assistant.
No,
Fodder has been on this show and said, you know what? I don't think Potter. I don't know if it's the right guy yet. Like,
I love you. You're doing great.
Yeah,
it's the players. It's not you.
The Boley space was the funniest shit ever because like 10 minutes prior they were calling him like I don't know what this Bowley guy's doing. He's an idiot. And
Brockley, isn't it Brockley?
You know that
Don't
wasn't
people call
Bowley.
him Brockley?
Yeah.
Not anymore.
His assistant popped in, and then people were just sucking him off crazy.
We love you, Barney. We love
He was the
you.
greatest owner ever. I was like, oh,
Okay,
slow down.
thank
What
you,
you
man.
greatest? What's going on?
Did
What's
anyone
funny, I don't know
watch
if Bowley.
Brazil?
I don't know if Bowley has kids, but it was probably one of his like 12-year-old kids who just like
No, he
entered
was
the
his
space.
assistant. We know that, bro. His assistant.
Did
There's no
anyone
way he's on fucking Twitter. He doesn't give a shit. His sister's looking up. Yeah, let me see.
Did anyone watch Brazil under 20 yesterday? I watched the full game.
Yeah, Santos scored.
Brazil-
Santos
Brazil-
scored.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
I've got
Santos
a
is a good
Yeah, I
player.
watched it, of course, man.
Yeah, of course.
If you want, just go to the 75th
Come on.
minute. If you want to watch Santos score, you don't have to watch the whole game.
Come on, man.
Oh,
You guys
he
don't
was on
watch
YouTube.
Brazil under 20s.
Yeah,
You're-
come on,
you-
man. You're watching someone sent you a Twitter link to a highlights. That's all you're watching. Come on, you didn't watch the game. Come on.
No, I did. It was on YouTube.
You need a life and a woman at the same time, man.
I do have
Jesus
I have
Christ,
a woman.
Bro,
I'm
you're
a-
watching Brazil under 20s? What's going
Good
on?
Lord, man.
I wanted to see Santos.
You
Don't-
have
don't do it again,
no,
bro.
and in Brazil.
If you want to see him, go to the 74th minute. That's what you could see him score.
Don't do it again, bro. Like, don't do that, bro.
Yeah.
In Brazil under 20, but there's also Victor Roque, who's very good, man. I was keeping an eye out, man.
What a surprise you watched it. Not me.
The other Brazilian kid with an 85 million release clause, like, it's okay.
No, but enough about me getting that scope. Let's get back to football, right?
Yeah, so
I mean,
I was just
that was like 5 minutes ago, but
Yeah,
okay.
but it was still
I
fun.
think that'll happen.
Yeah,
sometime
Doku, I
later
can't
in
lie.
the
Your mic's moving mad.
is it?
Yeah, it's bare muffly and shit.
I don't think the club is going to sign Felix because I think in Kunku is the player coming in for Felix, and they want an actual striker. And I'm not mad at them wanting an actual striker. Like I get this whole false nine shit bullshit, but none of these guys are going to score you 25 goals in this league. And Kunku is the only one who's ever hit those heights ever, and we don't know if he can hit that in this league either. This is a Bundesliga guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I've got myself excited. Yeah, let him come in. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking Bundesliga. So I don't know. I don't know if he can get us 15 goals. And we can talk about what players can play well, but if they don't and not score, that's not where we're at right now. This is in Barcelona. We don't have Lewandowski who's going to score however many goals, where it's like everybody else can bullshit. No, you have to score. So if the club is thinking about getting an actual striker, and since you've already signed in Kunku, it is what it is. Hopefully Felix is great and gets us over this next 6 months. But apart from that, he probably is not going to sign.
My fear is that I agree with you nearly the whole of it. My fear is that if he does well, that they won't care and sign him anyway.
Yeah.
Well, that wouldn't be a bad thing.
No. I'm not bad. What I'm saying is, if it was like they would sign him, they would just sign him anyway, and then still try and maybe go for a striker. My fear is that I don't mind if they do that. If they are going to get a striker as well, that would be it. If they, like you say, if they're only going to get, they got Felix.
Winter. If they get everybody, if they get everything that we actually need, eventually the players who aren't playing are going to want to leave, right? Now, so that's going to sort itself out. Like, if you have an overload, certain players are going to leave because they want to leave and they're pushing to go out. If they're not on big, massive wages, cool.
Yeah.
The problem is that if they do end up signing Felix, then they'll think, do we really need to? We don't have the money to go for, because now you're hearing about, a midfielder is too much money, so they want to loan somebody. Loan?
Yeah.
What do you mean loan?
So how many?
That's what happens when you spend all your money, or you spend money that's allocated in certain areas, and then you have a budget for other areas. It ends up, we can't afford him. Let's say if you end up signing Felix, then it's like, listen, there's no way in hell we can afford Enzo. Sorry, he's not coming. 85, 90 million, they can't do it because they're spending 70 million on Felix. That's my only thing. I don't like That,
But are they
that
spending
would be
70 million, or isn't it not spread out within 7-8 years?
I was going to say, in fairness, we don't know what the Felix price would be in the summer. I do think a lot of it. I think the long-term plan. Actually, I disagree with Dan a little bit. I do think the long-term plan is to sign him if he plays well. That's why the loan gives you a little bit of a 6-month test to see if they think he could fit.
Josh,
But I do think ideally he would.
Josh,
Yes,
let me
go
ask you a
ahead.
question, Josh.
But
Do you
here's my
think
only
after,
question.
can I just, without the way we had in that contract, do you think where he's come from Atletico Madrid, where they made him sign a 7-year or 6-year contract, he's going to want to sign another one that quickly, do you think? Or is he
Yeah, I
gonna
think he
insist
wants.
on it
I
being
think
short?
he quickly signed that extension at Atleti just to make the loan happen. That was obviously
Right.
so Atleti could amortize another year of his deal onto an extra year. I think I think that's a mutual separation with both the club and player right there. I don't think either one of them are really. It's not like Atleti said, let's send him to a whole different club for 6 months in hopes to get him firing and then bring him back into our dead football. Like, no, I think Simeone is probably like, listen, I can get it. There's another style of player I prefer. Felix says, I'd love to go play at this project in Chelsea. I think they probably can come to a mutual agreement in the summer
Bro, he
on a
signed
purchase
Depay.
price.
That's literally the same type of player.
Who's that?
Memphis. He just signed
Sure.
Memphis.
I mean, he's
Depay.
nowhere near the quality of player of Felix, but
It's the exact same style.
come on, Dan. If you think they're both on the similar quality level, that's
See, now you're saying quality, right?
yeah. Felix is a much better player than
But
Depay.
he had to get lower quality because that's what you get during January window. But the style of the player doesn't mean that he doesn't want that style of player. But either way, my thing is that if Felix does great, let's say he completely kind of explodes in this league and he's able to score a lot of goals, sure, you can sign him because that means he can get us goals as well, which is what we actually need. But if he has good performances, but he still can't score, he still can get assists, we need a certain level of production in this team.
Yeah, I agree.
We're only relying on Nkunku coming in and he's going to be the one. I don't think we should do that. That's a recipe for like if he's the only one that we see that can get 20 goals and he did that in the Bundesliga, I don't know.
I think priority now has to be midfield, especially now we have a lot of attacking players. I feel like we need two strong tacklers and ball winners in midfield. Then you can allow your Nkunku, Modric, Manduke, Sterling, all these people to do their things in attack. That's why I'm a bit like do I really want Enzo or I want someone like Caicedo and Kone, two strong tacklers like that in midfield.
I mean, the best option would be able to get someone like Enzo get someone like Caicedo and get Enzo.
Yeah.
You have dynamic. You have different elements and different dynamism in your team, and because both players are so young, they can learn the other elements of their game still. Enzo can get better on the defensive end, and Caicedo can get better on the attacking end. They're both only 21 or 20. You know what I'm saying? So it's where like they're not the finished product. They can still get better. But you getting both means you have options that can help you in both areas, but they can still get better.
Yeah, I think that's the long-term goal, Dan. Go ahead, Andrew.
That depends what they're going to spend in the summer. We are going to if those two are the targets for the summer in the summer, that's north of 150 million right there.
100%.
Right.
Yeah, well,
probably near enough 200 million for really.
Well, that's why I think it's worth to spend. And listen, they're not far
off from spending. I'm just saying, it's like then you add on a potential. Feeling.
No, I'm just saying like the structure of the spending, right? So if if you had to spend a little, and it doesn't sound like they were that far off, to be honest with you, from what we bid and what Brighton are asking. It's not maybe 10, 15 million off. Like, if you have to pay a little bit more for Caicedo in January to get him so you can break that payment out over his 7 or 8 years, I think you do that. And then with Enzo in the summer, when you have a little bit more money, you can, if you have to pay the release clause, you can pay the release clause. But maybe Benfica might be a little bit more willing to negotiate come the summertime.
The valuation of Caicedo is reportedly not that far apart.
Not that far. 50, I mean, what did we have? We had a 55. Yeah, was it pound or euros?
And they were near a 75.
And he doesn't have an agent as well. That's one point.
Well, he's got new agents.
So maybe that will help speed up the.
But what I'm saying is that if you're already starting at 55 and they reportedly want 75,
You're
It's
not
like
far.
the Enzo thing when you're bidding
Yeah.
85 and they want 120.
Right.
So it's like,
And yeah, like that's another issue. Like if you tried to buy Enzo right now, that 120 is a lump sum payment that has to go on your books.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
Caicedo, they can break that up, and then in the summer you've got money. Maybe Benfica are more willing to take, say, the 80 or 90 that you offered in the summer. Maybe they'll be more willing to take that. But I think that's the long term plan, Dan. I think Caicedo and Enzo are like the two main targets in the midfield.
No, I see that as well, but like I just know, just like right now, it sounds like they're about to compromise and get a midfielder on loan. They might get the deal for Caicedo done, but for like the summertime, because the way the manager was talking was like, we don't want to lose him now, but we understand he wants to go and he has to go. That's the way
he did not draw a hard line in the sand.
Right, so he sounded like he's going to go, but he might not leave right now, so he might be a deal for like summertime.
It's a price, right? He's got a price,
right, or even a price, right?
Yeah,
it might be either or, but I just feel like I want to get those midfielders first because I know we're gonna have to overpay. Then what I consider luxury signings, because if I already have in Kuku coming in, right, unless the production level is crazy, it wouldn't make sense to me.
Well, if you think about it, if you bring hypothetically bring Caicedo in and Enzo, you're then really looking at two positions for me. You're looking at right back, and you're looking at goalkeeper.
Yeah,
that's the main targets after that. That's the big main target.
You sacrifice striker for goalkeeper.
100%. I think striker is always the last thing you get.
If you get the right goalkeeper, barring injuries, that position's filled for 10 years.
Yeah,
it's filled for 10 years.
Ideally, you want to get to the spot where, like,
7 to 10 years, it's filled for.
The core of your team is settled, and then I think if you the last thing you could possibly get, let's just say you're not able to even get the goalkeeper, right? You get the right back to back up, Reece, right? And then now you have a solid core of players, the two center mids who play 30, 32 games in the league, always playing. You have hopefully we have a left back spot settled, or maybe both of them just keep switching out. Cool.
Yeah. But the options
backs, at least one of them needs to be established and settled, and like someone who plays like 30 games, because you can't have switch out. This guy plays 10 games. Thiago Silva's a lot older now. He only plays like 15 games. Fofana's injury prone. He plays 10. That's gonna, even if they're good, it's gonna fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we can find that as well. And in the forward line, if Nkunku is the guy, it doesn't matter what he plays. Like, you can be flexible if you're doing a 4-3, 4-2-3-1.
Yeah,
you just have to have those players playing like almost 30 games. Continuity is a big thing.
Yeah, I agree.
And right now we need it.
Yeah, I think a player an interesting player for me too is Lewis Hall. Like right now, he's obviously filling in at left back because Chilwell's not ready. We don't really have that, that limits your numbers at that position. I don't think that's the long-term plan for him though, to be a left back. He's he's obviously a midfielder, I think, by nature. So it'll be interesting to see where he slots in, if he slots in and just becomes like midfield depth kind of a player.
Replacement.
Like a solid off the bench, maybe solid starter, and like
unless you actually play him in midfield in this year, you might have to send him to a Premier League team for like a year to play center mid.
On loan somewhere, which is a possibility for sure. Especially if the club bring back, like, say, Ian Matson next year to be in the left back rotation.
We'll sell Ian Matson to Burnley. I think.
We can't do that. If we do that, we fucked up badly.
Yeah, I think if you bring him back, which I think he's earned a shot to come back, if you bring him back and put him in the left back rotation, that gives you flexibility to send Hall on a loan to get minutes in the midfield. But
I mean, that's crazy.
What was that?
How come we're so strong on the left-hand side? Like, even in the academy and the players that we have, but the right-hand side is so weak. Even in the academy, we don't have the right.
Years of researching Eden Hazard.
The right-hand side wasn't weak. We just let go of all those players. You did have Lamptey. You did have what's my boy?
Liverpool.
That had the knee injury.
Liverpool,
right? Which is a decent rotation of Reece being the best and those guys being, you know what I mean, or one of them being
getting older.
So yeah, we had that. We just didn't see it early.
Yeah, we neglected it, and now
we have it at left back, and hopefully we don't, fuck it up there too.
Right, and they do have so obviously those two guys you mentioned, Lamptey and Livramento. Those were probably the two senior right back guys in the academy. But you still have guys like Dion Rankine and Derek Abu. These guys are pretty good young right back talents as well. We'll see how they pan out. But I don't know if Dion Rankine is absolutely rapid. I don't know if they'll make it through. But a couple of those guys are still getting looks from Potter and things like that.
This is why I say it's important to take serious when they actually go on loan to the championship, because the championship is what prepares them physically, right? Yeah. It's a lot more physical than even the Premier League is, because you're playing on bullshit pitches and everything else. If they keep their level of technique in that level too, then it's going to translate when it comes to the Premier League, right? All our young center backs that have dominated or done well in championship have done well in the Premier League, even if they're not here anymore, right? Even if you're talking about what's that kid's name?
Tomori.
No, the other one. He plays for Guehi, right?
Yeah.
Guehi. So that is a Premier League player. We've seen what a 19-year-old is doing in the Premier League now. You know what I'm saying? Cole. Right? We saw what Reece James did after 1 year in the championship.
The bonus thing with
the championship is a good barometer for these players to see if they can keep that level, and he's keeping that. He's not only keeping that level; he's the best left back in there.
The thing with Maatsen, though, the bonus thing, I don't know how long left in his contract, but if it's long, even if Burnley do get promoted, you could still send him on another loan for a year or so.
Burnley, yeah.
So it's still with the same. I've been getting physically, asserted to the championship, but then he gets to play Premier League.
He's a key player, Burnley, key player.
That's what I mean. So I've left his contract if you can just send him out on loan again.
Some of the players rumored to leave, Gallagher, Ruben, and Ziyech. Do you see any of them leaving in the next 10 days?
Nah, maybe Ziyech, but that's
maybe
it.
I don't think we're going to sell any of our midfielders, and I think I sent a message into the chat saying I don't think we should even sign any midfielders this summer, this winter, because I just think it's going to be a massive clog up,
I agree with you. Yeah.
I think in regards to the midfield, I think it's better to sell before we buy, but that's just me. I don't know.
I ain't waiting for these guys to be sold because they're not going to.
You gotta buy.
You're waiting a long time.
Yeah.
Right. So we just got this Chelsea step up Mount contract talks. Who wants a big rise to show the club value him amid Liverpool plotting a summer move.
For fuck's sake.
Depends on how much actually you're willing to give him.
That might be the wording, but that wording don't sound right. I need to see the full article. He wants a big rise to show the club values him. I just want consistency.
It doesn't make sense.
No, it does make sense.
I don't know. I'm not going to jump to conclusions off a headline because it's always meant to be clickbait.
What it is this. Look at my past 3 years of work. I want a pay rise that shows that you value me for what I've done the past 3 years. That's what it is.
Exactly.
That's all it is.
I think 150 would be very fair, but
fine.
I think he's just fucking.
Like Lewis, you gotta stop saying that. He's not making less than Fofana. He's just not. It's not going to happen. Fofana is on 200K.
Wesley Fofana.
Wesley Fofana's on.
Bro, look it up. He's on 200K.
My question:
he's not making less than him.
Is that 200K the base? Is that before add-on?
I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, with the contracts, you never really know what the build-up is.
I said Fofana's on 200. I didn't even know that. Fuck yeah. Well, yeah, you know what? He's probably going to ask for 200 then. Whatever.
Well, he might have to pull a Rudiger and test the market.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I actually think under this ownership, it's highly likely that Mount leaves, which I actually think is for the good of the club if he goes.
It is what it is.
It isn't no agenda or whatever. I just don't think he's fucking good enough.
Actually, I think he'll stay.
Right. So what's it say on him? Mount has 18 months left on his deal, and I won't get on the big screen. It's too small. Chelsea are weighing up whether to increase the offer for Caicedo, are yet to meet his wage demands. This uncertainty has led to questions over whether negotiations will come to a successful conclusion, and Liverpool are prepared to act on their interest in the England international if the situation drags on. Chelsea are reluctant to lose Mount, particularly to one of their closest rivals, and they'll remain optimistic they'll convince the 24-year-old to stay. However, Mount, whose 75k a week wage makes him one of the lower earners, wants Chelsea to prove they value him. There's a risk of the club making one of their most dedicated players feel underappreciated. Chelsea are willing to make Mount a sizable offer, though terms would need to be pitched at a reasonable level. Talks are due to resume, and Chelsea are ready to be as generous as possible. It would not be in Chelsea's interest for negotiations to move slowly. Liverpool are monitoring the situation closely and have been putting plans in place for a summer move. And Mount has also attracted interest from Juventus.
If only they'd post him every goddamn day on Instagram. That might help him out. Jesus Christ, dude.
Juventus have got bigger worries than Bayern players this summer.
Yeah, trust me.
Liverpool going for that Harvey Elliott, Mason Mount midfield. That should be fun for them, right?
Yeah, Mason Mount is truthfully going to be Jordan Henderson's replacement.
Does that mean then they're not going for Bellingham then in the summer? Then I'll take it.
Was there anything on Bellingham?
I think Mount will
also interested in Caicedo, Bellingham, and Nunes.
Yeah.
Listen, this shouldn't be any. There shouldn't be any shock, and no one should be appalled or oh my god, I can't believe he's asking for that. It's a reasonable thing that he's asked.
Yeah.
It's a reasonable thing that for higher wages, it's a new contract. It's a reasonable thing to ask for.
Yeah.
Right?
I have no issue. I have no issue with him trying to negotiate a new deal. But if the club just aren't going to meet his terms, then
yeah.
Oh well, that's
he can ask for whatever the fuck he wants. He just shouldn't get it.
To me, if they don't, my opinion would be this: if they can't agree by the end of the season, they have to put him up for sale.
Yeah,
they have to because he's only got a year left. Now, then you take what you can from him essentially if he's not going to commit. So.
Same as Kovacic. I think Mount will see less playing time with all these attackers that we've signed. I really don't see where he
should, but he won't.
Where does he fit, Mount?
We've been asking that question.
He doesn't. He fucking doesn't.
We've been asking that question for 4 years.
He doesn't fit. He's awful.
Let's have it right.
4-2-3-1.
Go away,
and in double pivot.
Rodrigo, you can dress it up whichever way you want. 4-2-3-1, 3 at the back, 4-3-3. In our best team, he doesn't fit, but he will fit. Like that's just how it is.
I can't. Seriously, we can't be having Mount in a 10 when you have like Nkunku. Oh my god, this club. Or on the right wing where you have Noni and Sterling that can play there. Left, you have Modric and what? Oh, Cooper on the left. We don't have anyone else because if Pulisic leave, we don't have anyone else to compete with Modric.
That's what we got the academy for.
Right. Big up Artem saying City won the league twice without 20+ goal scorer, but the problem is they did it with 9 guys scoring over 7. We don't know if our new guys can do that. That's still very early to tell. Very early to tell. So we'll have to see how they perform once they all mesh together. But if we can do that, then yeah, we can get goals all across the pitch. Right now, we do get goals across the pitch. It's just like 1 and 2s, and that's the difference. Dyke says Mickey Mouse is a fraud. What has he done all season?
Ghost.
Not much, but
Ghost.
Yeah, that's just this season in general. I think it's only been Bournemouth, Milan, and Wolves. The only good games I can recall. But yeah, maybe if he performs well towards the end of the season, he might get the contract that he wants. But we have to see. The way he's been playing right now, can't really justify giving him that cash. He has to at least perform consistently.
Isn't it crazy that when someone is playing for a contract and his performances are going down? This is the first time I've ever seen this. Usually players that fighting for a contract, you see their performance improve.
Yeah, you get like their best season the year before. Yeah.
Crazy.
I'll be so honest. The only reason it's feasible he gets a contract is because people have this idea of him as Chelsea's poster boy. Take that shit away, he's gone. Like there's no.
Boy, that's what he has in his locker.
That's his only.
Isn't that what he's complaining about though? That he wants to feel like he's literally the only guy that they talk and post about. Like
no, exactly. That's the thing. That's what I said. Under this regime, it's highly likely that they'll sell him because I think if you're spending all this money to sign players and then you have this farmer over here acting like he's some hot shit when he's not, just get rid of him. he's not worth the money he's asking for. So just dump him off. I don't see why this is so complicated.
Maybe he is to Chelsea off the pitch. If you're Chelsea,
what do you mean, like the board?
Bro, he's a huge PR for Chelsea.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
No,
Because, no. Hold on. Let me just say this, and then Scott, you can go. I don't get how. Surely, no matter how much of a PR chip he is or PR whatever, surely if he's not getting in the starting 11, he's not worth having. You know what I mean? We don't need to pay 300k for a fucking mascot. Like, I don't think that's gonna work here.
But don't you think it will come to the fact that if they're working with Graham Potter, they will ask him for his input as well? Right?
No,
Well,
I mean,
course, yeah,
surely.
of course.
In terms of, you know, obviously, do you want to keep him, stuff like that? But you know what I mean? It's then like, if he like, say we bring another midfielder in or something like that, and he starts being rotated in and out and doesn't play a lot, doesn't play well, then they could go back to him and go, well, that's great, but we can't justify giving him whatever. So
I mean, I'll be honest. I actually wonder how much the players we're being linked with Graham Potter specifically asking for. So I don't think he has as much. Like, I'm not say. I just think he's just going to be okay with whoever's being proposed to him. So if they say, look, we don't this guy isn't that important to us. We're looking to sell him. I don't think he's going to be like, no, I really want Mason Mount. I think he's just going to be like, yeah, sure. If you want to sell him, sure. I think that's just what it comes down to.
Well, the opposite to that would be him saying, I really want you to keep Mason Mount, right? So
I
think he'll obviously have input. I think if Mason leaves the club, it'll be for one of two reasons. It'll be because he didn't get the money he wanted, so he left for more money, or because the manager just doesn't see him in his plans.
I think the conversation will be like that. Do you want to keep? Do you see Mount in your future plans? Yes. I think that'll be it for the manager. That'll be it.
Yeah,
it won't be
absolutely.
Okay. But based on what we've seen of him this season,
negotiations with Mount and with the club and begging him out to stay or something, I'd see that, and then move on. But you know, if he's going to get replacement midfielders anyway, then. And we've got replacement attackers now. It's like,
it's just one of those things. Like, as the talent in the club it becomes more. As we add talent, like, where does he fit into the 11? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
He wants to play 4 at the back.
Like, if we get an Enzo and a Caicedo, that he's nowhere near any kind of pivot. If we have those
formation you play as well.
If we have those attacking players we just bought, he's not going to
4 at the back. As well.
Right.
If we play a 4-3-3 and we want to replace our entire midfield, he doesn't get in our best 11. You know what I mean? And we're not, and it's not. If we're playing like a 3-4-3, where we're just playing with double pivot, he obviously doesn't get in that. We've signed 2 new wingers, so he's not going to play as a winger unless you want to slot him in right wing back. I don't see where he gets in. You know. So I don't know why.
That's because you don't.
I don't know why.
Good, right?
Well, no, I mean, okay. Break it. Look at it from a position standpoint. If
No, but you think he's a terrible player, so you will never see him getting it.
No.
Hold
on. I'm looking at. Hold on.
You've been talking a lot. Let me just give you a little bit of a different outlook, right? He's the only player, whenever he's fit, has started every game for Potter in this season.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you're saying that manager is going to look at that player that he started in almost every game and say, if you want to sell him, go ahead. Now, I just think that's an unrealistic view. I think you might want to.
That's not my standpoint.
Think of it outside. That is what?
My stand. What I was getting at was depending on the position. So if we're saying, okay, cool. So we're playing a 4-3-3. He obviously doesn't get into the front 3, so it would be as an 8. And if we're trying to replace our entire midfield, which I don't know whether we are, I don't know. But let's just say we are. If we are. And like that's what the ownership group wants to do. They want to change our whole midfield. I don't think they're going to advocate for keeping Mason Mount in based on the performances he's given this season. Whether and if you're saying because hold on, let me just last thing. If you're saying because he's played every single game that he's been fit, I mean that's because as it stands currently, we don't really have much choice. And you know what I mean. So it's kind of just like work with what you've got. But like I was saying, in our best 11, including new signings, he doesn't get in.
There is no best 11.
Can I just point out as well, there's a few things with this. Number one, if we're using this argument, he stays fit, he always plays. The same was true for so long for Jorginho. And people kept saying, he's going to leave. So like that argument to me is dead and buried. It's dead and buried because I want to see what happens with the new signings. Because if we come this is why the last few months of this season are going to be key. Because if we see the last few months of the season, now we've got Felix, we've got Mudryk, we've got Madueke, and like when Sterling and that come back, if he's still playing, then yeah, that's fair enough. But if now we've got these signings, he starts dropping to the bench. All it means is we didn't have better options. Now we do. So he ain't
100%. But we all know there's going to be a different cope when he does play almost every game, because we know he's going to play almost every game. But he's saying that he can't see a reason how or why he's going to play. Oh, blah blah blah. And I'm like, that's a little bit of a cope. Whether or not you think he's terrible or not, he's going to play.
I just don't think he gets into our best 11 with new signings.
Yeah, but that's because you don't rate him.
Okay. Let's ask other people. Let's ask other people. I'm not. My opinion isn't the one that matters.
You're missing what I'm saying. It's all about the perspective of Potter. If you're saying you don't think he should start, that's a different thing.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say. I'm not trying to say. I'm not trying to.
He's not going to. You're saying you think he's not going to start, or he's not going to play.
I think we should sell him because he's not good.
Not what you said.
All right, whatever.
Okay.
It also depends on who we bring in. You can't just say if we bring in other players. Depends on who we bring in.
I mean, yeah, of course.
So many different.
No, I agree. But if we're looking,
there's a lot of unknowns right now.
Yeah, if we're looking to substitute, if we're looking to substitute underperforming players, I don't see why his position wouldn't be at risk. That's all I'm saying.
Why would it be? He performed for 3 years.
Because he hasn't
really.
We going back to this? Or
yeah, really. He did.
Okay, cool. We're now 3 years later, and he's done fuck all since. So cool.
3 years later, 1 year later, he's been bad this season, like everybody else.
He wasn't. He was shit last season.
49 GA. That's hard to beat.
Are we? If we're doing this nonsense, do you rate Havertz? Because I'll tell you now the stats rate Havertz. If we're doing this bollocks, if we're doing this bullshit that people keep wanting to do about, because he got the GNA and all this fucking nonsense. If we
spamming corners doesn't make you good. Spamming corners doesn't make you good.
Shut up, man. I can show you these stats. I can show you these stats that back up, but damn near every player on our team. If you want to use these stats to say, he was good last season, I can use my fucking eyes and tell you he wasn't.
Facts. Spamming corners doesn't make you good. You know, like I don't know.
That's nice. And who's doing that now? That we're 10th.
It's irrelevant. We're trying to
against the small teams now that we're like, you can use your eyes, but your eyes also told you that in our most difficult period when Reece James and Chill were both in December. Hold on.
Go on. My bad.
In December, in that period, right? He scored 4 games in a row and had an assist in 2 games in a row. That got us 8 points. December is always our most difficult period. So you can say what you want about the goals and about the assist, but it was very, very important for us. And he's not getting them now, and we see where we are. Either way, you can disregard it or regard it. The fact is that he did that last season, and it was important. And he had bad games like everybody else did or like does. Like this season, Kovacic has been terrible. He has 1 year left too.
Here's the thing.
He's everybody's team for next year, right?
Hold on. It's in the thing of like, what's it called?
You know, it's like
if you're trying
and charitability to players that you want, which is fair. So don't act like you're not biased. Okay to be biased.
There are question marks on him as well, by the way.
I mean, it's okay to be if you just don't like the way he plays or blah blah blah. That's cool. But then
by the way,
metrics to say he was terrible when
people are. By the way, hope you know people are advocating for Kovacic to get sold too because of his injury record. You know,
are you?
Me personally, no.
Okay,
but me personally, hold on, if you're asking me, I want Kante sold, Jorginho sold, and Mount sold.
Yeah, and you want to keep Kovacic, who was average last year.
I mean, we have to keep one. I don't think we're going to sell our entire midfield. If you're asking me, and the reason why I want to sell Kante and Jorginho.
It doesn't matter because it's not based on a non-biased view, and that's okay.
I'm not biased. I have no ill will towards any of these players. I don't care about them that much. I'm just saying objectively, Mount is shit.
To you. Objectively, he's not, because managers who are.
Let's have it right.
Objectively, the guy is cheeks. Like, why are we playing these games? He's
Let's
not
have it
good.
right. Mason Man, that's the minerals and the glue.
His own sentence right there.
He just did.
No, I know it's a contradiction. I'm just, but still, like, it's
hilarious.
He's not good. He's just not a good player.
I'm not saying I hate the player, but he's shit.
I get it.
No, but he is shit. He's a dead baller. Like,
No,
like
that's
Right. No, he's not shit.
I know it's the way I said
He
it.
knows that he has to
It's okay
do
to
all
say
it
it.
right.
I can't argue against how you feel.
Man said objectively mounted and shit. That is an argument. I just gave my points previously, but my final statement is the guy's dead. Sell him. That's my final
Your only
statement.
points were he's shit.
No, that wasn't my own. That wasn't my only point.
That's
Because
right.
you brought up the point of the GA, and I said spamming corners does not make you a good player. So the GA argument is
no. I actually gave a period that.
Okay, cool. 1 month, one month of average GA. Now we should give him a new contract, please, man.
1 month.
Yeah, he deserves that 300k per week. Have it right.
Contract. Fuck me sideways.
It would be nice if anybody else gave us that a month. That'd be nice.
Like this is like it's a micro penis competition. Like, what is the point of it?
It's not though, because nobody's showing up.
It is. It's not even close. So okay, cool. We're comparing trash to garbage, but because this trash sparkles a little bit. Hold on.
Sterling's on that money because of what he's done in this league across the whole of his time.
But he hasn't done it at Chelsea.
Let's not be stupid. Let's not be stupid.
He hasn't done it at
Let's not be stupid here. Let's not be stupid. Like he's done that. He's on that way.
Let's not be stupid. So do we have a Champions League or not?
Oh my goodness! Oh my god!
Daniel, you know who else had a hand in that? The two players of this club. Right. So again, if we're gonna do this bullshit,
no.
We're going to do this,
and that's fine. I'll just mute up. But the point is this: their contributions was completely different. Nobody can talk about Mount ghosted or
they contributed more than he did across the whole Champions League campaign. So if we're gonna fucking do this,
they fucking did it. Are you crazy?
Hold on.
Then it is what it is.
Are you crazy?
Here we go.
So wait, Daniel, is your argument? Hold on, Daniel. Is your argument for the fact that they contribute to the Champions League win, we should give them lifetime contracts? Is that what I'm getting out of this?
That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. Because they contributed 4 years ago, whatever it was. They deserve it now. But the guys that performed, you guys are not that performed that were there, beating some of these teams.
We're not consistent. Okay.
They don't deserve new contracts because Daniel doesn't like them. So let's do this. We'll do this stupid argument of these players performed.
That's your argument.
But these other performed.
Your argument.
And they don't deserve a contract. Like it's the same.
Your argument.
It's the same shit.
Yeah.
The same shit that all of you and everyone else.
Argument. Why are you repeating yourself? That's your argument.
Wait, Scott, hold on. You know what, Daniel? Let me ask you. What is Mason Mount good at? You tell me.
Why should I?
Fucking hell! This guy, you are a twerker. You are a fucking twerker.
What a stupid fucking question. Tell me what this player is good at. That I'm just gonna say, well, he's shit. You don't rate the player anyway. What is the fucking point?
Bro, you're a clown. Oh my!
You can still answer that question because I want.
If you can't tell me why he's good,
I can't tell if he's serious or not, man.
You've been defending him up and down. You've been defending.
Potter will tell you he claps the fans after the game. That's Potter loves that.
I just said he scored. I just said he had 11 goals and 10 assists last year. Oh, it doesn't matter.
I'm talking about attributes. I'm talking about attributes.
Scoring goals. That's what he's good at.
So Mason Mount's good at scoring goals.
He is obviously if he got 11 goals last year.
You're a casual. I'm not talking to you anymore. You're a casual.
You're
a little casual. You're a little casual. You're a little.
Let's not pretend I didn't see your tweet though.
I'm emotional.
You're emotional.
I'm emotional, but you're the one. Okay, you're.
I'm emotional because it's 1 versus 10 people who have a different opinion.
I can't believe
you're allowed to have a different opinion. I'm not mad at you.
I have never seen somebody.
You're upset that I have a different opinion.
Hold on. I'm not upset. I'm calm. I've never seen somebody work the poll. Hold on. I've never seen somebody work the poll for a player so much that he can't even tell me why he rates him. This is ludicrous.
Well, I have. He's got his own channel now.
Oh, you know what? You're right. I can't lie, Daniel. You should join him.
No. Don't.
Maybe your pop should.
I'll put a poll for you guys.
Maybe your pop should join him.
Oh, okay. I'm emotional. I'm emotional, but you're resorting to dad jokes now. Wow. But I'm emotional. I'm emotional, but you're resorting to dad jokes. Fantastic.
Time out.
Responding to your poll comment.
You're a whole clown, bro.
All right, you can say that because you're never gonna see me, and that's okay. You can say
And
that.
we go full
I hear you.
circle.
I'm with the
We go
internet. Yeah, I'm a
full
clown.
circle.
I'm this. I get it.
Change
We go
topic,
full
please.
circle.
Change topic. Change topic for. Change
Let's move
topic.
on, man. Let's move
Right,
on.
we put a poll in the chat so you guys can get involved.
Not built like that,
Should
man.
Mount get 200k or over? We have over 200k, 200k, under 200, and selling. So
I'll
you
be
guys
real.
make-
I think he's a 500k player.
I know what you live now, right?
Of course he talks. It's season ticket. Season ticket
I'm
hooligan.
literally going to uppercut you when I see you, okay? I'm going to uppercut you and then headbutt you
Tell
to
him
death.
to.
All right, that's what I'm going to do.
That's it. You see that catch up behind you, squirt it on yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
No disrespect.
We've got a big game
It's
tomorrow.
actually going to.
What?
Yeah,
It's not
good.
catch up now. What are you on about? This is the catch up.
What do you mean catch up there?
Right, see, that's my catch up.
What is it?
Goddamn student.
We got a big mid-table game tomorrow.
Okay.
Massive game. What you guys
It is a big game, Rodrigo. It's a huge game.
Ninth
actually.
place.
Right.
That's what it is, man.
Oh, for
The
nice.
middle. Big up
Nice
Dyke
game,
as well,
mate.
saying with a full fit squad, we got a big chance of winning Champions League. One
Lord
step
of
at a time.
mercy.
One
Lord
step
of
at a time.
mercy.
One step at a time. But yeah, you guys looking forward to the mid-off?
Yep.
I
Mid-off
don't know.
I'm looking forward
I
to
think
picking
we'll
the
lose.
car actually.
I agree. I agree. I don't think we'll win.
I think we win 2-0.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we beat Liverpool at Anfield.
I don't
No,
think we.
no, Liverpool are ass. They're terrible.
They have no Van Dyke. Trent's terrible. Nunez sucks.
You know
Salah
we're not that
will-
good, right?
We're not that good ourselves, you know.
No, but they're actually pretty bad. Right?
But they
We are,
score goals,
once
though.
again, I'll repeat my first sentence. We are not that good. Remember that, right? I'm just saying.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
actually
we are not.
good. They're scoring a lot of goals. It's just that they can't defend.
Yeah.
Liverpool, I'm talking about. So they're
Just-
always going to score, even tomorrow.
Just about be a terrible Palace.
It's the thing with like
Rodrigo, I think we played them like 4 times last year. They scored in like one of those games.
For
yeah.
Liverpool.
Yeah, but also we
Didn't we
also
have like
scored in one of
3?
those
Didn't we have
games.
like 3 0-0s with them?
No,
No, just the two.
Yeah, just the two.
2-2.
And a 1-1. I'm sorry, and a 1-1.
Yeah.
1-1, 2-2, and the 2-0-0s in the finals.
Right. So it's. I mean, I would pump the brakes on like we're gonna get smashed. Like
I mean, here's
I
the
don't
thing.
think we're gonna
Like,
get smashed. I just ain't got a clue. We could win.
I mean, if you
we could
look at the table, this is a huge game. If you look at the table, like a couple of wins puts you right back in the fucking mix for Europe. Like maybe not top 4 yet, but 6-9 points.
You
You're
still
right
have
there.
hope. You still have hope, massive yet.
Well, because
No,
there's 5 months of the season left. I mean, that's some cucky ass behavior
the
to be like,
run-
oh, we're fucked.
Yeah, this
Like-
is
Can I just say, the like points record of the amount of games we have to win like the rest of the season to be able to get top 4.
Like,
Yeah.
Like, from previous records of like teams that have got top 4, it's we have
Minimum
to win.
66 points minimum. And it also, it's not a matter of we can win games, sure, but also the teams above us have to also keep winning.
Go on a long winning
Well,
run.
okay, well, you're assuming at Spurs, a classic bottling team, and Man United, a shit fucking team, are going to not drop points.
Man
for the next
United
5
are
months.
shit. Man
Yes,
United
they
are
are.
shit.
Shut the fuck up. Yes, they are. That roster stinks. They have a
Patriotic
decent manager who's
Blues,
given a
let's
2 out of
go.
them, but that fucking team sucks.
Andrew, do you want to repeat he said like a few moments ago?
Fucking bootlick for Man United. Get out of here, dude.
You've
Fucking
pissed
team
him. You know what?
stinks.
Josh is angry now, and you wouldn't like Josh when he's angry. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
all
what I
right.
mean? He's
Let
a
me go
very-
off camera.
He's usually a very calm dude. You know what I mean? Very calm, very mellow, man.
Yeah, Josh is not missing winning the most respectable guy on stream this season.
Yeah, that's all right. It's all right.
Oh yeah,
No.
we'll reload the fucking award show at the end of the season. Yeah, we can get a lineup sorted in
I
a
think it'll be a draw. I have a feeling a draw. Liverpool win. I just can't see how we win this game.
Yeah, like
A 2-0 win tomorrow puts us in 6th place with a game in hand on Fulham. So if you guys think Fulham are going to win out the rest of the year and we should be
Fulham-
scared of that, then by all means.
No, but we were talking about top 4. We were talking about top 4. Like, I mean,
Well, I wasn't talking about top 4. I said get back in the hunt for Europe. I didn't say top 4.
yeah, you
right?
said Europe or top 4. We're not out of top 4 yet, you know, and that
Tomorrow,
was
we're
the
2 week break for
position.
the Fulham game anyway. So
Yeah.
after tomorrow's 2 weeks. break.
we're technically not out, but I think it's a lot. It's a lot to
It's a
ask.
stretch.
Well, there's a lot of points to play for. So there's still a lot
I
of
know
time.
we need a lot of consistency too, and it's just I need
Well,
to
hey,
see.
we're about to get really healthy in the next 10 days. So
I have a question for you guys.
And we got a 2 week break after this game anyway. Till
yes,
I have a-
thank you.
I have a question. Would you guys rather have Europa League or just no European football at all?
Europe. at all.
No,
No Europe.
No Europe.
And it's not a case of, I've said this before, but it's not a case of I don't rate the Europa League.
Actually,
I don't want to play in
give
there.
me Conference League.
I'll take the revenue of playing in Europa League. I don't really care about Conference League, but
how much are we getting from playing in the Europa League?
a lot more than not playing in it.
That is
A lot
true.
more.
Yeah, but then you
But,
make
like-
more. You make more by finishing higher up in the Premier League than you do from you winning Europa League. So I'd take that trade-off because I want these players to prove they can actually perform in the league. I don't want to give them Europe as like a break and here you go. There's no pressure now because you're like the best.
Saying that, if the plans are to remove all of the guys out anyway,
Well, and you would think we would actually probably need some of those early Europa League games to help bed the squad in a bit. You know, if you're talking about next year, there's a lot of new bodies.
But the only issue is I fear that we might have to go into a qualifying round for Europa League, and that might disrupt the summer tour to the States.
Do we have? I haven't been in Europa League in a while. Do we have? Does English teams have to qualify? I thought we just get in immediately.
You do if you finish in some of the league position. I think you have to. If you finish the lowest one.
Oh, maybe sixth. I think sixth. Maybe.
I think this year for us it's fifth. I think fifth qualifies for Europa League.
Right.
I don't even know if sixth does it?
I'm not too sure who will be in this year.
Yeah.
Which is fifth, sixth Europa, seventh conference league.
Yeah, I think we only have one Europa League spot this year.
That's interesting.
I think it's just fifth place. I'm looking at the table right now, and unless my thing is off, it says fifth place is the Europa League spot for the Premier League.
I think automatic qualification. I think six might be a
playoff.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We're gonna go into the lineups.
Yeah.
Didn't Man United have to do that this season? They had to win a playoff, didn't they?
Well, we might. I think at one point we did have two spots for Europa, Andrew. But I think for whatever reason, I don't know. But I'm looking now. It just looks like we have one guaranteed spot.
Okay.
I think it's because it depends where you get the others from. Because I know you get one for winning the League Cup, I think.
League Cup, yeah.
And I think you get one,
League Cup automatic qualifies, I think, for Europa, yeah.
And I think it's the same.
Cup as well.
I say it's either the winner or the runner-up of the FA Cup gets automatic.
No. So the winner of the League Cup and FA Cup get automatic places. But if the winner is in sixth place, and so obviously then it goes down to the seventh team and so on. Wait, what? Who's already in there?
Right, so fuck, the glitch happened again. Can't be asked.
Yeah, sure. The glitch.
New laptop.
Hey, team of the year, man. Let's go. Team of the year day.
Right. So what formation are we going?
4-2-3-1.
4-2-3-1. All right, same formation. Right back, we doing Trev again, or are we going to put Aspie up against Nunes?
Trev, surely, right?
I'll vote Trev.
I put Trev, but I'm not confident.
Who's Liverpool left?
Whoever it is, they're a million times faster than Aspie already. It doesn't matter.
Gapco. So up against Gapco?
I don't know if it'll be.
They might play Nunes though if he's fit.
Nunes play in the middle.
No, Nunes is up.
No, he's
This
fit.
season he's been playing on the left.
He trained. Yeah, he trained. Yeah, he's back.
Oh, so we're doing Chalobah then. We're going to pick Aspie.
I would have gone Aspie, to be honest.
Aspie v Nunes. He should be fine anyway. Nunes ain't
Aspie Gapco.
Oh, yeah, we'll be fine. He's been shit. Okay. Silver starts. We don't need to discuss that one.
Silver by the Chile.
I think the back four will be the same back four from the last game.
Yeah. From what you said about Cucurella, it doesn't seem like.
Yeah, it sounds like Cucurella's got some personal stuff going on.
Yeah.
Koulibaly on the bench or start?
100%. Bench Koulibaly.
Alright, cool. Badiashile and Silva, and I'm guessing Lewis Hall.
Might as well, even though we can't finish.
This will be a real test for Badiashile, for
Do we not
sure.
have Lewis?
No, they don't.
He's definitely not in the game. No way.
No, he's not.
So we have a Hall in here. No, we were just going to use Dewsbury Hall. All right, cool. Yeah, you. All right, so what are we going to do for the DMs then?
You need energy in this game, so.
Jorginho?
Galadog.
Lewis, stop.
It's probably going to be Jorginho and one of Kovacic or Gallagher, if I had to guess.
Kovacic. He's playing Jorginho.
Yeah, Jorginho Kovacic.
Yeah.
He's playing them, no matter what you
no
think.
one want to play Gallagher?
No.
cocaine.
If we play Gallagher, I
Play him
won't
further
buy it.
up.
No,
gonna
no,
say-
no.
Play him
Well,
further
he
up.
played
No,
in the
no.
pivot last game. That's kind of I think where people are.
I swear to God, and he was. I know he was good as pace, but no, man, that's just.
Yeah, you can tell he just doesn't fit.
I'm
there.
not having him in a double pivot and Anfield.
Maybe late in the game if you need some legs,
Yeah, late
like
in the game,
as a
fine,
sub.
but I'm
We
not
can
gonna
leave him
double
in
pivot
London.
Anfield.
We can just leave him in London. Pretend hide this train ticket.
Fucking hell.
Ziyech,
Right, so the front four.
Ziyech.
Ziyech deserves another start.
Yeah, Ziyech on the right. I got Ziyech, Mount, Mudryk, and Havertz. That's the
It
three.
sounded like Mudryk wasn't going to start the way he was.
Well, no, he didn't say that, Andrew. He said he's going to take part. Depending on how many minutes he can play, they'll decide on that.
Come off the bench.
I'm not gonna lie, I do not see him starting. He hasn't played a game.
I think it's very good to come off the bench.
Yeah, probably off the bench. Get the Ukrainian Dan James on the bench. Decent.
Wow.
And that's the Ukrainian Dan James.
So Chukwemeka.
So we're gonna have Chukwemeka in the middle or Mount?
No, Mount in the middle. Well,
I mean, yeah.
He's going to be playing up front anyway. Like,
yeah, Mount likes to play. So.
He'll probably be hiding behind the right winger again. Something like that.
And on the left, who are we going for on the left?
Well, if you're not going to start Modric, you'd have to start Carney, I guess.
Yeah.
Who?
Carney.
Carney. Okay, yeah. If we said you're gonna have to start crying, I was like, what?
Oh, Daniel says Chalobah right back ASAP. So we're gonna take Aspi out.
Oh dear.
Chalobah in.
Wait, why don't you guys want Chalobah right back?
I just don't think he works there long term. Like, I just don't think he works.
Well,
there.
he's not. He won't be, Scott. I mean, but we need him for tomorrow.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of a given.
Oh, I thought I was spelling him wrong for a second. All right, cool. There we go. And up top, we're going for Fana, Oba, or Kai.
Havertz.
Did anyone see? I know that Madueke had his medical. Did they register him? I'm assuming they did.
They haven't announced him yet.
You haven't announced him. There's a video of him wearing Chelsea gear.
It's not about the announcement. Whether it's registered in time.
Yeah, that's what I'm more worried about. Did they submit the paperwork before noon today?
Of anything, I saw stuff before saying we hope we can do it, but I didn't say anything like confirmed after.
Yeah,
so,
I'm assuming he definitely had his medical in the morning. I'm assuming they were able to maybe register the paperwork. I don't know. They haven't. The club hasn't announced it.
Playing a play like Ziyech, who actually is going to leave, so I don't know about his motivation. But he's been all right, to be honest. I mean, his attitude has been spot on the last 2 games he's played.
Like, yeah, I mean, listen, you can say what you want about Ziyech. I think, if anything, he's been a really good professional, at least for the last year and a half. Like, he could have thrown a huge stink like that bitch Lukaku did, and he hasn't really done any of that. So,
I don't understand the questions about his attitude, but then
me too, Scott.
Other players, because I wouldn't say he's down tools any more than other players in certain games. Sure. I don't get the question marks that he gets around. No, I do understand why he gets the question marks around his attitude.
Yeah,
I just don't think it's unwarranted.
Well, he's inconsistent. That's fair to say, but I don't think he's been certainly not a bad professional by any means.
No.
Yeah, just for everyone asking in the comments, there's no Lewis Hall on Ultimate Team, so we got Dewsbury Hall instead.
That's our new signing, our new left back signing, baby.
Anfield. Good omen. Good omen.
You might as well put oh fuck's sake, we haven't got Chilwell, have we? Ugh.
Nope.
Back in training though. Good news.
Johnny,
yeah, let's not rush him back this time, like we did last time. Does this lineup fill you guys with confidence?
No.
Well, I mean,
it does when you look at the Liverpool lineup. It's not even much better.
I was going to say it's not our lineup that fills me with any confidence for the game. It's Liverpool's lineup and their form. Like, I look at that lineup and there are so many holes in it, and I understand because of the injuries, but there are so many holes in that lineup.
That is such a Carabao Cup third round.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah. A way to come through.
We've got a centre back and a centre mid playing at fullback. We've got a centre mid playing at left wing. Our number 10 isn't creative at all. Our midfield are injury prone and injured. That's a horrible lineup when you look at
side or what? 18-year-olds, 18-year-old average. So
It's not ideal, but it's what we gotta get through this next couple of weeks. Like Andrew said, we have a 2-week break coming up.
Yeah.
Like you just got to get to that 2-week break. Then guys will have time to train together. Hopefully, I think the window will be done by then. I'm assuming. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it'll be
But the
done.
foot-
Yeah.
like there'll be some settled. Everybody who's remaining will be settled at least. So it gives you a couple of weeks to work on tactics and get used to each other and get other guys healthy. Fofana will be back by then.
Exactly.
Chilwell will be back by then. Reece James will be back by then. Conte will probably be 2 weeks out from there.
Mhm.
I
Is
mean,
it me or it feels like there's some sort of positivity now in the camp since we've signed these 2 players?
Sorry, the comments are making me
Fucking
laugh,
hell.
bruv.
You guys
Oh,
all
really?
saw that? You guys all saw that Lukaku touch that went off the pitch, right?
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
laughing at him. His
Yeah,
own
no, yeah.
teammates were laughing.
I don't think he even played the other day, did he?
No, he didn't. No, he
No, he
didn't.
didn't. He didn't.
He just sat on the bench. Yeah, I mean, listen, they're just going to cut ties with him in the summer. I don't think
It's stupid. I think Lukaku is very, very stupid. The way he acted to Boli, you know what? He should have just be like, if you want to leave, fair enough, but you don't burn bridges.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I commend Todd Bowley for during the summer for the amount of players he got off the books. But this summer, this clear out, how likely do you think it is we're going to get offload all of these, including Lukaku, Havertz, potentially
It will
Mount,
happen.
Probably
all
90%.
of them? Really, all of them?
I think they'll get almost all of them out that they want out. Because it doesn't matter. They're not like, it's not like they have to like do crazy negotiations because they have to balance the books. Like these players' fees were already wiped off with Roman. So it's like you just take what you can get for some of them, you know,
No,
and move on.
But
Put
like,
it in the transfer kitty, call it a day. Like if you get 10 million for Ziyech, let him go. If you get, fucking 20 million for Lukaku from somebody, let him go. If you just cut ties and call it a day.
I don't know, because there's going to be a shit ton of undercutting. It's just going to be like, well, if you're accepting this little for this player, we can, what I mean, it's going to be a whole lot of that. So I think there
That's
might be
fine.
some.
I don't think they even care. I just like move them on. Let the guys who are going to be here, and let the other guys go.
And also, reasonable suitors have to come in to take them as well. So it's like Ziyech probably won't go to like Bournemouth, for example. I don't know. Like there has to be a reputable team that has to want some of these players. I think Ajax came out and said they didn't want Ziyech, so fuck knows where he's gonna go. Havertz, Bundesliga, fine. Who else was leaving?
It depends.
Cricket sound.
Yeah.
I was waiting to see how long the silence would last. Yeah, let me see. Was there any other topics? We've got another 10 minutes. I'm raiding Monster's stream, by the way, because we're going to go live at 5 on his channel.
Monster's back on YouTube?
Yeah.
No, Monster.
I'm live with Goonie in about 10 minutes.
Monster, not Monster. It's Big Six Banks.
Yeah, not Monster.
Monster's not
Big
doing
on Monster
YouTube anymore.
Brighton have started to look for potential Caicedo
Yeah.
replacements in case Chelsea hit their set price tag of 75 million.
Oh god.
Okay, so it's not all done on that front then. Chelsea are weighing up whether to improve their 55 million rejected offer. They'll probably do like 60 million bonuses or something.
What's funny is they want 75 million for Caicedo. They're going to go buy his replacement for like 8 million.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then we'll buy. Then they'll sell him.
Then we'll buy him.
They'll sell him in 2 years' time for 80 or something.
Yeah, I mean, I think. Sorry.
I was to say they're going to go and buy his replacement, 8 mil from the Belgian league, who no one's ever heard of, and he's going to end up being amazing in like as you said, like a couple of years time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's how the clubs like that work, man. You know what I mean?
I'd rather we don't sign anyone than going for a loan like Frank Caicedo or the other bums I'm hearing. I'd rather we just wait till the summer.
Why are we so? Go ahead, Scott.
As far as I'm aware, we can't sign him on loan unless we either put an obligation to buy in or make either Felix or the other one who we've signed on loan, Zakaria, permanent. We have to make one of those. You can only have 2 overseas loans come in or something like that. It's something to do with the rules.
Why
of the
is it a limit on number of loanees?
Yeah, you can only have 2 overseas loans or something like that. I can't remember the exact ruling.
Because we already have Felix.
So the only way you can do it and have another loan is we'd have to put an obligation to buy in for Kessié, or we go and buy one of the Zakaria or Felix. which I'm not against if you buy Felix, depending on the price. But
yeah, nah. And we have another problem with registering players for the Champions League.
We don't have a problem. You just don't register the ones you're going to play.
There's probably
there's
like
no
2 or
problem.
3 guys who don't even see the field on that list. They can just take right off.
Yeah,
I was
there's
gonna
no
say,
problem,
well,
guys. You just don't register the ones you're never going to play.
I was going to say, Caicedo couldn't play anyway. He's already cup tied. He's already played in the Champions
No,
League.
there's no cup tie.
Doesn't count.
No, there's no. That cup tie doesn't work anymore.
Okay. Just English teams, then. Just English.
Yeah.
Or like just in English.
In Premier League, yeah.
Yeah,
because
FA Cup or
Felix can play against Dortmund, and Modric can also play.
Nice.
So
I can't wait for Felix, Modric, and what?
Monaco in the Champions League this year?
Take care, Josh. Big up.
Yeah, later, guys.
Big up.
Well, Modric, play for Shakhtar.
No, but was Monaco in the Champions League?
No. They were in Europa League.
Okay, so Balotelli should be able to play then.
Yeah, no. Even if he did play in the Champions League,
okay,
yeah, they've changed the rules.
All right.
Yeah.
Decent.
It makes sense, man. It was a stupid rule to be in. It's like the yellow card thing.
Yeah, that yellow card was stupid.
Yeah, it's like 2 yellow cards in both legs, and then you're out for the final or something.
No, they've changed for the final, but
I know they've changed that. They've changed up to
imagine you play the whole Champions League tournament, 2 yellow cards, you out. Like that is
exactly, in different games as well.
Remember Ivanovic in 2012?
Ivanovic, Morelos,
it's after that
Ramirez.
they changed it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, JT, to be honest, fucked himself. That silly arse knee for no reason.
That's all right.
But yeah.
You think Sterling might be leaving?
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think he's going anywhere. I don't think so.
I think Sterling, at the worst, is very good depth for us.
So Madueke would be obviously be a replacement for him, I guess, like coming off the.
Oh, I was in a replacement. I thought you meant like as in he's going to take his place. No, it'll be.
Yeah, because he's like.
Or if anything, he might start and compete with Madueke. Or however you pronounce him.
Did you see like the thing where like apparently Real Madrid are interested in Sterling? Did anybody else see that? Or was that just me?
That was in the past. That was before we signed him. I saw that. I don't know.
No, I think it was recently. I don't know how reliable it is, but I just saw it somewhere.
Where is he even going to play?
I don't know. Real Madrid.
Yeah, actually,
I wouldn't about that.
On the right. Who plays on the Vini on the right? They don't really have.
They play Valverde, but apparently they want to bring Valverde back to midfield. So Sterling is.
Rodrigo plays on the right.
Yeah, but he doesn't really start there. And I think that they're starting to experiment with Rodrigo as striker actually.
Well, they don't need to now because Benzema's back soon, isn't he? Or is he already back?
No, he's already. He's back. Obviously, when he was injured, they were playing Rodrigo, and obviously long term as well. Maybe I don't know.
So strange hearing my name and.
They might need a new center back.
He can call you something different if you want.
Yeah.
Roger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait,
happy with Rudiger.
Rudiger, yeah.
Thinking of place that.
Might be coming back to the Chelsea.
No.
Aye, doing well in the league ain't for all centre backs. It is what it is.
Not for all.
It is what it is.
Probably because Rudiger's played more games than Christensen.
No.
AC starts week out. Best defense in the league.
Get nervous. You know what I mean? It's all good.
How's he got to be nervous when he's at part of the best defense in the league?
How come he got nervous for FA Cup final but not coming on for the Champions League final?
Hey, Andrew, I don't think
the team. The club wasn't putting confidence in him.
It's funny that you would get.
I don't think that was just pure nerves. I think he was already his head was gone. He's already signed his contract. Yeah. He hasn't been playing well. The fans are getting.
What?
I
think it's just dodgy English food. He's gone to Barcelona and suddenly there's no stomach issues.
It's a dodgy Danish. That's what it is.
Didn't it? No, he had. You don't remember? He had one. He did.
Tacos, isn't it?
The
seafood
from
in Spain.
Yeah, but that's just the adjustment from English to Spanish food, isn't it? That takes a bit of a while.
I have to say, Alonso is looking good at centre back as well.
I think that's how
when
shit
you're
La
next to
Liga
a
is.
rock like the Danish Maldini, it happens, bro.
Isn't it just how shit La Liga is if Visa can get centre back?
Mm-hmm.
No, man,
God! Imagine Alonso centre back in the Prem. Oh God.
Oh,
He's getting destroyed every single game.
You just need someone who can cover for Alonso's lack of pace and
a centre back
and lack of physicality.
So we have
and Ram, I hope you know Eden Hazard has 2 La Ligas, so we can't be running this agenda, bro.
Actually, Alonso,
and he's won a Champions League.
Alonso isn't
on your club's head top.
He's just not athletic, but he's not weak.
Who?
Alonso.
Yeah.
He's not weak at all.
Yeah, he's strong. He's just slow and turns like a truck.
Yeah.
And his positional awareness stinks, which is what you kind of needed to defend.
And his crossing also stinks.
Okay, it's back in Barcelona. You can say whatever you want about the La Liga, but you watch him play. He's not that bad.
No, he's not. He's been good.
Yeah. Alonso at center back.
He's actually better than the guy that signed from Man City.
Yeah.
Eric Garcia.
Eric Garcia. I feel like he should play defensive mid. He's not a center back.
Nope.
They don't need another defensive mid. They already don't play one.
Well, which one?
Kessie.
I mean, he's not really a defensive mid. He's not a Barcelona type defensive mid.
Well, what was you guys' thoughts on us getting Kessie links?
I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it.
If it's a loan, if the problem is we can't get him on loan. You have to put a buy option or something.
Right.
That's the problem. I don't know, man.
I'm okay with him just to cover up.
Depends on the Barcelona itself. Like, are they be able to do transaction like outside the league?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. No. We have to buy him outright, or we have to put an obligation to buy on the loan. Can't loan.
We
just
have an
loan him
obligation
straight
on
up.
Zakaria.
No, it's an option.
Zakaria is a normal loan. You can only have 2 loans in a season like that.
I was going to say, as I said earlier,
Felix and we got Zakaria. So.
We'll either have to get Zakaria or buy Zakaria or Felix, or put an obligation to buy on Kessie, so he becomes our player permanently at the end of the season.
No. Then no.
That's what I
It
mean.
doesn't fit the age structure, the profile of players that we've been signing. So I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. If you didn't have the 2 loans, then fine. It'd be just a straight up
Yeah,
loan.
I think we would have brought him in if we weren't like obligated to bring him on long term. I mean, look at Zakaria; he doesn't fit that profile either, but he was an okay fit because it was an option. We're not locked down to get him.
Right, which probably means why you're probably going to buy Caicedo this window.
Exactly.
That's why the stories makes more sense to buy Caicedo than actually loaning a player. It's ridiculous how it sounds because of the rule that you have to put an obligation to buy on the loan. You know, and it's not so we can go to Brighton and say, hey, can we loan him and then buy him? They're not going to do that, are they? So,
No.
So you're probably going to see Caicedo be bought. That's why these little stories now of Brighton looking for someone will get more and more.
Imagine Caicedo J5 in midfield. That could work, couldn't it?
No.
No.
I'd rather go Caicedo and someone else, like someone who's going to be a bit more progressive.
Caicedo and Gallagher.
If he could actually perform, if he was on form, like Caicedo and Kovacic, I'd be well happy with.
I'm okay with Caicedo and what's his name, Zakaria. Then
you yeah.
Zakaria be more of an 8. Yeah.
But then again, you have to fix that creativity in the midfield. Like the number 10 has to be on point. Like Felix can be there.
That's fine. Exactly. We're just relying on the attack to do it.
To do the thing. You just win the ball, lay it off to them.
Then next season, hopefully, we can get a player like Enzo. We can be creative all over the pitch.
Because how you guys see Mudryk fitting in?
Quite well.
Very well.
Decently well. I don't know how many assists he's going to rack up, but I think he can do some.
He'll be all right.
I don't think he's the kind of player who does look to pass. I think I've been watching.
No, I don't think he does. Yeah, that's my worry.
He'll be all right.
He's just like a kick and run merchant, isn't he? I don't know.
Ukrainian Dan James, let's go.
Well, ball under control while he runs is a completely different thing than kick and run merchant.
I can tell when you say Dan James, you never actually watched him play.
You do realize I'm trolling, right?
I don't know. You got the same voice.
He reminds me a bit of the Napoli winger, but
the Georgian.
But he's more explosive. Mudryk is more explosive, like more like
Kevin
that
from now
in a
on.
way.
Do you want to pronounce his name again, Winner Surfer?
He started it. It was like,
Is it Kevovic or whatever it is?
Havertz.
Oh, there
Yeah.
we go. See, not even close.
Oh, is that how you pronounce it?
Yes,
I just call him
Yeah.
Kev.
Yeah, it's
I might as well call him Kev.
Yeah,
Right,
dudes
okay.
on here can't even pronounce.
Because you know, it's exactly that's been quite a
Yeah.
situation. We just called him Dave because we couldn't pronounce his name when he first joined.
Aspilicueta, we'll just call you Dave.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. It took 2
Go on,
years.
Dave.
What's his name?
Want to tackle Dave?
What's his name? Aspilicueta? What's his name? All right, just Dave then. All right, Dave.
Get Paul Merson. Get Paul Merson to pronounce.
Hey, good news is there's no Anthony Taylor tomorrow.
No,
It's Michael Oliver. Michael Oliver.
Oliver. He's
Yeah,
shit.
apparently
Won't get a
Anthony Taylor
stupid
ref-
red card like we did last season.
I'm pretty sure Michael Oliver is the best ref in the Prem.
No.
Anthony Taylor refereeing the Arsenal game on Sunday, so good luck.
No, we
Nah.
got Shadow stuff.
He is the best English ref.
I think being best English refs is an oxymoron.
I mean, but if you had to give it to one.
Yeah, I think Michael Oliver. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the best English ref is? You don't notice them or know their names. That's the best English ref.
All right,
Let's
cool. Well,
go.
guys, we're gonna wrap up the stream. Nobody go anywhere because we're going straight onto Monster's channel. We got Goonie on there as well. I think there's gonna be another Liverpool fan. Yep, he's in here already. Everyone, don't go anywhere because we're raiding him right now. So everyone, head over and yeah, big up everyone. Like, subscribe, and we'll leave you with Super Graham Parr. Up the Chelsea.